Just another day at the office. That was fun watching that guy, huh? He goes from being in the lane to go straight through and just randomly turns left. Really smart. But anyways, Canoga Park, man. Gotta represent with terrible driving and double parking. You'll know what I mean if you ever lived around this area. But let's be positive. I love this weather. Like it a little bit gray outside. It means it's a little bit cooler. It's perfect for shorts, and perfect for long sleeves, so you can kind of dress up if you want and not be sweating. Just heading to the gym this morning. It is Thursday, May 24th, I think. So I just finished watching the series Beef, B-E-E-F, on Netflix. Highly recommend. It's with Ali Wong. And, man, I don't know how I got hooked on it, but it's kind of apropos for talking about it on the Accident Pros channel, because this whole show starts off, and the impetus of it is a road rage incident where this guy's just reversing out of a parking lot, or a parking space in a parking lot, and you know here, if you live in LA, it's such a strange place, and I only see it here in LA, like nowhere else in the country, or in any countries I go to, but here do I see it, where if you're reversing out of a space, even if like 90% of your car is out of the space, the cross traffic in the aisles of the parking lot, they still drive right by you as though you're supposed to stop, like as though they have the right of way, even though you're like, your car's almost completely out. Like every other city in this country I've been to, and I've been to many of them, somebody sees you reversing, they either stop, or if your car's partially out or fully out, almost, they obviously stop, right? But here it's like they honk at you for still like reversing while they're trying to squeeze their car by. But this is how the TV show starts for this very short series called Beef with Ali Wong, who I love, by the way. I don't know, there's something really like cool about her as an actress and comedian. But so the show starts off with this guy getting into a road rage incident with her, where he's reversing, she drives by, almost hits him, she gives him the finger for honking, because and right away the show must be taking place in LA, because LA, like, if you honk at somebody, it's like the worst thing you can do. Apparently people take it really personally. It's okay for them to almost smash into you and cut you off, but heaven forbid you honk at them, because then it's World War III, right? So anyhow, that's how the show starts. And so it's called Beef, not because they're eating hamburgers, but it's called Beef because the show is basically about this whole war these two drivers get into, not while they're on the road, just it carries over into all elements of their personal life, and it just shows you how destructive something very small can turn into. So for example, yesterday, I don't know if I'm going to put up the video before this one, but the video of this guy who cut me off, and he cuts me off without signal. He cuts me off and he gives me the finger. Like, it makes literally no sense. I guess he thought I should let him in, which I don't even know how I can let somebody in that doesn't have a signal on, because how do I know you want to change lanes? So this guy gives me the finger. Now, I could have reacted and chased him down, and at the end of the day, if this guy will do that to somebody who's not going to be so friendly, and he'll have a gun, and he'll make headline news, and I'll probably laugh about it. But you can't react. And again, I always complain about living in a big city, and especially these areas like Woodland Hills are getting so crowded now that people are just on edge 24/7, and it's not pleasant anymore, right? Like, these areas are nice to visit, but let me not get out from that tangent. My point is, when you encounter people like this, they're just complete dolts, whether they're having a bad day or that's just how they are naturally. The best thing you can do is not take it personally. If you've ever read the book The Four Agreements, that's one of the things the author says. Look at this guy, almost sideswipes me, beautiful. That's one of the things the author says, which you should really take to heart. He didn't invent it, by the way. I've heard of this before, but give him some credit, because I think he helped popularize that statement. But don't take things personally. That driver that cut me off, as an example, he doesn't know me, never met me, doesn't know if I'm a guy or girl. He probably can't see in my car. You know, so when people do these things, don't get mad and react. They're just trying to do what I call an emotional drive-by on you. Whatever bad day they're having or their life probably sucks. You know, they want you to feel what they're feeling, right? And so they're not doing to you something because they don't like you personally, and even if they didn't like you personally, who gives a shit? But they're doing what they're doing because they want you to vibrate at their level. Just because people don't want to be alone in a boat of misery. And so when you see when there's a potential for some sort of incident like that, yeah, it's real easy to say, yeah, just walk away. And I know it's hard. It's very easy if you're having a bad day to just kind of get embroiled and get caught up in that. But what I will say is, not only just walk away, easier said than done often with our own egos at play, but what I will say is, the first thing to tell yourself is don't take it personally. Just don't take it personally, and just say, wow, that guy's life must really suck. And just walk. You know, just keep moving and keep driving and laugh about it, because these things cumulatively can and will affect your life over time. That TV show's Beef, B-E-E-F, Beef, is a great example of how just carrying resentment and anger with you really can destroy you. Wayne Dyer said this, and I really like Wayne Dyer. He said this. He said, "It's never the snake bite that kills you. Once you're bit by the snake. That's it. But the bite itself, nobody bleeds out from a snake bite. What kills you from a snake bite is the venom coursing through your veins and pumping through your veins. So when you're trying to live your life and you're dealing with all these terrible and angry and upset drivers, the problem is if you carry that anger with you, and it ruins your morning, it ruins your day, because you're just thinking about it. Oh, how come I let this person get away with this? Why did the person drive like that? You're taking it personally, because you're thinking what that person did is they did it to you. But refocus and understand they just did it for themselves because they're selfish and they have problems. And what you're doing is, when you just keep thinking about it, is you're letting the poison of their lives course through your veins. And those negative emotions are producing chemicals in your own body that are detrimental to your health, I promise you. So just remember, when some snake on the street tries to bite you with their bad driving, don't let that bite from them cutting you off don't let that bite to a venom that's coursing through your veins. So that's my lesson for you today. You know, just focus on doing stuff that's happy for you, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.